This is the incredible story of a bank robbery that birthed one of psychology's most baffling phenomena, spearheaded by a man who might just be the nicest criminal in the world. Our protagonist is Yan, a 32-year-old Swedish convict with a past conviction for grand larceny. Yan is a turd in the sense that he's a criminal, but his deepest motivation at this moment is a profound dislike for prison. He yearns for freedom. Inside the grim walls of a Swedish correctional facility, he forms an unlikely friendship with Clark, another inmate equally desperate to escape. The shared misery of incarceration and the burning desire for freedom become their collective problem. The immediate challenge is how to get out and stay out. Together, Yan and Clark devise an audacious plan. Yan will escape, then rob a bank. During the robbery, he will take hostages and use them to demand Clark's release from prison. It's a perfect plan, or so they believe. Yan gets his chance to initiate their plan in 1973. Granted a prison furlough, he simply decides not to return, becoming a man on the run and initiating the first phase of their elaborate escape. The big day for the bank robbery arrives. Yan, disguised in a wig and sunglasses, armed with a submachine gun, walks into a local Stockholm bank. He fires into the ceiling, plunging the bank into chaos, and attempts to disguise his voice with a comically bad American accent. When a nearby officer intervenes, Yan shoots him in the hand, demonstrating a calculated violence, but also a notable restraint. He doesn't want to kill him. He clears the bank, taking 3 women as hostages, tying them up, and dragging them into the relative safety of the vault. Within minutes, the police surround the bank, initiating tense negotiations. Yan lays out his demands: Clark's release, 3 million kronor, about $700,000 USD, a fast getaway car, and safe passage for himself, Clark, and the hostages. The police, wary of a hostage escape and potential murders, play it carefully, delivering Clark and the money, and even parking the getaway car, but crucially, they withhold the keys. This immediate defiance by the authorities creates the first significant impasse. Clark is delivered to the bank. While searching for surveillance, he discovers another man hiding who was also taken hostage, bringing the total to 4. Here's where the unexpected begins. Clark, despite being a robber, immediately unties the hostages and provides them with a phone to call their families. Yan, too, shows a surprising tenderness, comforting a crying hostage who can't reach her family, telling her it's okay and to try again. The hostages begin to feel a strange, favorable shift in their opinion of their captors. A day passes and Yan's frustration mounts as the police continue to refuse the getaway car keys. His initial plan is unraveling. He devises a desperate new tactic, forcing a hostage to call the Swedish Prime Minister directly. Yan's bold move to involve the Prime Minister directly is a high-stakes play. The hostage, under duress, pleads with the Prime Minister, begging him to allow Yan and Clark to leave safely with the money. In a shocking display of their developing bond, she declares she trusts the robbers, that they've treated her well, and that she's more afraid of the police than of Yan and Clark. This is the moment the true psychological shift becomes undeniable. The Prime Minister's firm refusal to negotiate with armed criminals and endangered the city marks the ultimate confrontation. Their desperate gambit fails, and Yan and Clark are left with dwindling options, facing the stark realization they might not make it out alive. Trapped and out of strategic moves, Yan and Clark enter a period of waiting. During this prolonged standoff, they forge an even deeper, stranger connection with their hostages. They play tic-tac-toe. Yan boasts about his prison-taught crafts like knitting and rug making. They listen to the radio, and Yan even shows off dance moves. When a hostage claims claustrophobia, Yan lets her out of the vault to walk around. Later, he takes off his jacket to warm her. For more days pass in this increasingly surreal standoff. Yan continually demands and receives food, water, and supplies for the hostages from the police, ensuring their well-being. The news media swarms the bank, turning it into a national spectacle. The public demands a resolution, placing immense pressure on the police to rescue the captives. The police, under immense pressure, finally execute their own decisive move. An officer covertly enters the bank and, when Yan and Clark are distracted, locks everyone, robbers and hostages alike, inside the vault. They cut off all food and water, hoping to force a surrender. This act immediately turns the hostages' anger towards the police. The police begin drilling holes into the vault, preparing to deploy tear gas. Yan, realizing their intent, makes a terrifying, desperate bluff. He places ropes like nooses around the hostages' necks, tying them to the safe deposit boxes. He warns that if the tear gas knocks them out, the hostages will hang, and it will be the police's fault. The police, undeterred, continue drilling. After a couple more days, the holes are complete, and tear gas is pumped into the vault. The gas immediately overwhelms everyone inside, causing coughing, choking, and burning eyes. Though the hostages are not truly in danger of hanging, the suffering is real. Amidst the choking gas, Yan finally cries out, "We give up. Let us out." The police open the vault and order the hostages out first. But in a truly astonishing turn of events, the hostages refuse to leave. They fear the police will shoot Yan and Clark if left alone. This moment cements their profound psychological bond and the unique shift in loyalty. Yan and Clark step out first, followed by the hostages. What unfolds next is unprecedented. Some hostages hug their captors goodbye, others kiss them, and one even asks Yan to write me when all this is over. This demonstrates a complete and bewildering psychological transformation in the hostages, a bond stronger than their fear. Clark returns to finish his previous sentence, while Yan receives an additional 10 years. This incredible, almost unbelievable series of events, all unfolding in Stockholm, Sweden, gave the world a new term to describe the psychological phenomenon observed: Stockholm Syndrome.